Hey guys, welcome back to a new stream. This is me, Yosh. Welcome back to a new stream. This is me, Yosh. Hi guys, welcome back to a new stream. This is me, Yosh. This is me, Yosh. This is me, Yosh. Hi. Hostera tontachi. Tonkatsu. What's a tonkatsu? Tonkatsu. Oh, yoo-hoo. Oh, yoo-hoo. Oh, yoo-hoo. Oh, yoo-hoo. Oh. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Roll with it, no.
स्टार्ट हुआ था इट वाज बैक इन 2011 जब मैंने
ये बताने वाले के नहीं है वो मैंने घू और घी और घू लगाया था घी और घू लगाया था बाल उग गए थे फिर मैं Are you who? Are you who? Hey guys. Hey guys. Let's start Next.js. Let's learn it. Fine. I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna learn it. Sorry. Authentication and more, database migrations and relations. Single server. Like, I need to learn this and then ba. And this one is ba ba da ba 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 ba. Deployment of word to word so migrations. Are you foo? Are you foo foo foo? Are you foo? Are you foo foo foo? Ah, oh, are you foo? Are you foo 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 foo? Are you foo 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 foo? Are you Chatterjee Mukherjee. Nante kotta. हाँ हाँ सही है ना क्या ही प्रॉब्लम है सही है ना मुझे तो कोई प्रॉब्लम दिख रही नहीं है सही है भाई मेरे हिसाब से तो सब ठीक है Can I use some of mine tonight? I just wanna stand up, feel alive, alive, alive. ये कौन सा गाना है? Tonight, da 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 da, da dee dee da 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 da, when it all, la 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 la, ooh, ah ma 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 ma. 100 degrees, they don't know. 100 degrees. DSA. DSA day 2 done. And day 1 2 1 2 1 2 bunted 2. DSA tonight, 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 Chennai. I'm from Chennai. Full stack. Yeah, full stack open. Okay. Full stack open. Full stack open. Full stack open. Full stack open. Full stack. That's a TypeScript. Sorry. Sorry. Okay, let me check. Shit, what's wrong with my browser? It's not responding. Fine, I don't care. Small my James. You can small my James. You can have my small. You can have my James. Na. Oh, wait a minute. If I make like double it, combat it. Tonight, wada ra. Da 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 da. Okay, sorry. Full stack open. I cannot find my folder. FS Next.js. Wow, oh bale. Oh bale, oh shamba. Oh sambar. Sambar mein dambar. Oh, sorry. Commit needed. Old stuff. Can I? Chickle तेरे मेरे बार के चलते हर तबान पर मालूम है और अब क्या खबर होगा वे रूप तेरा मस्ताना प्यार मेरा दीवाना दूर कोई हमसे ना हो जाएどういうこと tonight. I just understand I hate my life. I am alive. Live. Start dot. Yes. What the fuck's wrong with this? Shit. Cancelled it. It's not easy to stream. It ain't no easy task. It ain't no easy task. If you're following around. इसको बंद कर देता हूँ इसको बैठा हूँなんでよしゃばれバレपूनो में मेरे पूनो में तेरे मजा आ रहा है पूनो में मेरे पूनो में तेरे मजा आ रहा हैアクセス。いや、これはいいんだけど、これはいいんだけど、世界にな、デベロッパーモードをオンにしてくださいって。あにゃー、あにゃーにゃー。なんだとなんだとはぁ、デベロッパー。Developer extensions. Developer モードなんですね。どこにあんのか どこにあんのよ。デベロッパー。デベロッパーってデベロッパー。やべ。おー、いやーなー。いやいやいやいやいやいやいや。いやー、くそー。なんやこれ。なんで邪魔だよ。くそったれ。ログアウトする。にゃーにゃー、まままー、みなみ。Oh my lord. なんでかななんでかなयार अब किसको क्या है डेवलपर मोड कैसे ऑन करते हैंじゃあ何の絵だかねみなみみなみなみみゃまならまみなみみなみでななみなみあ、sorry दो शहर भरे होंगे बोरियत भरे अरे रा अरे रा ला 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 okay full stack open Next.js the beta version oh okay so yeah let's plan okay let's get started exercises okay exercises in part 0 of this code we trace the history of web applications from traditional server-side rendering to okay in part 0 of this code we traced the history of web applications from traditional server-side rendering to single page applications. The rest of this course has focused on Spark model. A React front-end running in the browser communicates with a separate Express backend over a REST or GraphQL API. That architecture works well, but it has some drawbacks. The user receives an almost empty HTML page and must wait for the JavaScript bundle to load and for API calls to complete before seeing any content. Search engines may struggle to index pages. Search engines may struggle to index pages. Search engines may struggle to index pages that are rendered entirely in the browser, and maintaining two separate दोनों में हाथ चल रही है मेरे को okay. A React frontend running in the browser communicate with a separate Express backend over a REST or GraphQL API. The architecture works well, but it has some drawbacks. The user receives an almost empty HTML page and must wait for the JavaScript bundle to load and for API calls to complete before seeing any content. Search engines may struggle to index pages. Search engines may struggle to index pages that are rendered entirely in the browser. That maintaining two separate code bases, one for the front end and one for the back end, adds overhead. Server-side rendering has come back into focus as a solution to this problem. The server produces ready-made HTML that the browser can display immediately. The server produces ready-made HTML that the browser can display immediately, which improves perceived performance and makes pages easier to index. What is new is that this is no longer the old-fashioned approach of return complete HTML from an Express route handler. What is new is that this is no longer the old-fashioned approach of returning complete HTML from an Express route handler. The model incarnation is built on React server components, a new model that lets React components run on the server and stream HTML to the browser. Okay, the model incarnation is built on React server components. A new model that lets React components run on the server and stream HTML to the browser, while still allowing rich client-side interactivity when needed. Server-side components are a new type of components that render ahead of time before bundling in an entire environment separate from your client app or SSR. How do I build support for server components? Oh, bro. Too much. Server-side rendering. तेरे फोनों में rendering कर दूंगा. Next, while still allowing rich client-side, like a new model that lets React components run on the server and stream HTML to the browser, while still allowing rich client-side interactivity where needed. Next.js is the leading framework for building React applications with server-side rendering. Next.js is the leading framework for building Leading framework for building Next.js is the Next.js is the one for building. Next.js is the leading framework for building React applications with server-side rendering. It provides a tightly integrated environment. It provides a tightly integrated environment where the front end and the back end lives in the same code base. It provides a tightly integrated environment where the front end and the back end live in the same code base. Front end and the back end live in the same code base. Routing, data fetching, form handling, authentication, and deployment are all covered by the framework. And the boundary between server and the client code is managed by React itself rather than a separate API layer. In this part, we built a full stack application with Next.js from scratch. We start with routing and server components, move on to the databases and authentication, and finish with styling and error handling. Along the way, we will see how many patterns from earlier parts of the course, such as services and form validation, translate into Next.js world. Atama poka. Database and authentication, form validation. I can validate your ass. Do you want me to validate your ass? I can validate asses now. Ass built. I can build your ass. Do you want me to build your ass? TypeScript, CI/CD, GraphQL, advanced to management. I wish I did, but it's not that much. I can do it though. Botama poka. Hi, Jayesh. How do I pronounce your name? Jayesh. Is it Jayesh or Jayesh? Stop. Jayesh. Minami. Atama poka. Shut up, asshole. Next.js is the leading framework for building React applications with server-side rendering. It provides a tightly integrated environment where the front end and back end live in the same code base. Routing, data fetching, form handling, authentication, and deployment are all covered by the framework, and the boundary between server and client code is managed by itself, and client code is managed by React itself rather than by a separate API layer. भाई जी क्या बोलो had pain samar ja भाई जी क्या बोलो had pain से मर जा रहा हूँ यार. क्या हो गया? What happened? Take some medicine, bro. Go and take some medicine. दवाई खाओ और सो जाओ. The boundary between server and client code is managed by React itself rather than by a separate API layer. Nanani, minami. Okay. One Piece. Luffy. Minami song. Baka song. Minami no shima wa attakai pai no puro puro. Atama poka poka. Aho baka. Hello. Bro. That song is very funny. मैं अभी दवाई लेना ही जा रहा तब तक आपको देख लिया, थोड़ी बात करना का मन हो गया, सो इधर रूम है। हाँ या क्या बात करनी है? लेट्स गो, चलो बातें करते हैं, चलो बातें करते हैं। Look at him. Oh shit. Shit. मैं क्या ये क्या नाम किया था? Atama poka poka. Niban. Kita no shima wasta moi. 100 कोई भाई जी जरा जेएलपीटी के बारे में बताओ थोड़ा सा। लाइक तुमने कौन सा करा है, मतलब क्या? आई कैन टेल यू अबाउट जेएलपीटी बट तुम्हारा लेवल क्या है? अभी तक जेएलपीटी स्टार्ट करा क्या है? मतलब पहले टेल मी समथिंग अबाउट योरसेल्फ, लाइक यू नो व्हाट्स योर बैकग्राउंड, लाइक कितना जेएलपीटी सीखा है, या आई मीन जापानीज सीखी है, क्या है, क्या जानना चाहते हो? स्पेसिफिकली आस्क करो क्या क्वेश्चन। In this part, we will build a full stack application with Next.js from scratch. We start with routing and server components, move on to the database and authentication, and finish with styling and handling. Along the way, we will see how many patterns from earlier parts of the course. We will see how many patterns from earlier parts of the course, such as services and form validation, translate into the Next.js world. My part 1 to 5 and 9 of full stack and a basic familiarity with SQL as covered, and help with exercises 1 to 5. 1 to 5 ये तो नहीं आते भाई मुझे, तो ये तो आता है थोड़ा, पर ये तो नहीं आता भाई। मैं JLPT N5 लर्नर हूँ, सो कुछ टिप्स दो आप। स्पेशलिटी कांजी का बारे में कैसे याद रखूँ? लाइक कैसे तुम कैसे लाइक वर्ड्स कैसे याद करते हो? मैं कांजी याद नहीं करता, मैं तो सिर्फ वर्ड्स याद करता हूँ, और बस रोज रिपीट करना है। जैसे कोई वर्ड है ना, जैसे यही ले लो, वेट अ मिनट, जिशो atama poka poka atama like zutsu okay like okay सुनाई दे रहा? ओके जैसे ये वर्ड है, मैंने इसकी कांजी सेपरेटली याद नहीं करनी कि मैं ये आतामा की कांजी है, ये इताई हर्ट की कांजी है, ओके मतलब दर्द की कांजी है, मैंने इसको ऐसे याद नहीं करना। जैसे ये नया वर्ड है मेरे लिए आज के लिए, है ना, तो मैंने कांजी में बिल्कुल ध्यान नहीं देना, सिर्फ मुझे ओके ये ऊपर वाली चीज़ नहीं होगी, मैं रीड नहीं कर सकता, तो पहले तो मैं देखूंगा कि इसको कैसे रीड करते हैं, इसको जुत्सु जुत्सु इसका मतलब होता है हेडेक। फिर मैं इसको सोचूंगा दिमाग में। इसका मतलब होता है आत्मा, सिर। इसका मतलब होता है दर्द, और या दर्द ही होता है मतलब। सो टोटल इसका मीनिंग हो गया सिर दर्द। ओके, सो मैं क्या करूँगा, सिर्फ मैं याद रखूँगा कि इसको जुत्सु बोलते हैं। फिर मैं अगेन नेक्स्ट डे मैं दोबारा इसको रीड करने की कोशिश करूँगा बिना इसकी रीडिंग देखे हुए। अगर मैं रीड कर सकता हूँ तो ठीक है, और अगर नहीं कर सकता तो फिर मैं इसकी रीडिंग देखूँगा। ओके, इसको जुत्सु बोलते हैं। फिर मैं इसको याद करूँगा, फिर ठीक है, फिर मैं अगले नेक्स्ट दिन के लिए इसको रखूँगा। फिर उसके अगले दिन के बाद मैं दोबारा से इसको देखने की कोशिश करूँगा, पढ़ने की कोशिश करूँगा। और अगर मैं जुत्सु पढ़ लिया ना मैंने, तो फिर इसको मैं 3 दिन बाद में देखूँगा इस वाले वर्ड को। और इस 3 दिन पे पास हो गया ना, 3 दिन पे भी रीड कर लिया, फिर मैं इसको 1 हफ्ते बाद देखूँगा। ऐसे मतलब आंकी वाला बता रहा हूँ, मैंने तो आंकी किया है। तो आंकी में ये एल्गोरिदम है, अगर कोई वर्ड आप पास कर लेते हो तो फिर वो 3 दिन बाद में आता है, फिर 3 दिन के बाद 5 दिन बाद में, 7 दिन बाद में, 2 हफ्ते बाद में, ऐसे। तो वैसे ही करना है खानचीज़ को याद, सिर्फ वर्ड याद करो और खानचीज़ अपने आप ही हो जाती है याद। इससे ज़्यादा तो मैं कुछ पता नहीं माँ। आई होप हेल्प करी होगी थोड़ी बहुत। Part 1, 5 and 9 of full stack open and basic familiarity with SQL as covered in have with exercises, of course, practical. I don't want that. This part of this part of the course contains 26 exercises and all must be completed to receive a grade. Oh, Minami. Okay, logging a chapter. Once you have finished all exercises in a chapter, you must log the chapter before continuing to the next one. Keep in mind that after logging a chapter, you won't be able to submit any further exercises for it. So only log it when everything is done. Getting ECTCC. What avoid? Copying complete solution without understanding. Overly broad requests. Writing the entire relying on before start, let's ensure you have read the final page. Which of the following claims are true? It is not allowed to use the exercises are submit using no, it is only allowed to submit friends. La la la, minami, ma poka poka. Incorrect. What the fuck do you mean? The answer was correct. A log chapter. I logged it. Hi, thank you. Okay. Anki use थोड़ी ना करते हो तुम. Use Anki, okay? If you're not gonna use Anki, then मैंने तो Anki use करा है, तो मैं तो वही बता सकता हूँ। और बाकी बुक से याद करने का तो मुझे पता नहीं है, मैंने कभी याद नहीं करा ना बुक से। Use Anki. You don't know Anki? Damn. Come on. Anki के बारे में पता नहीं है तुम्हें? This is my channel, okay? इसको आंकी बोलते हैं। ये देखो, ये मैं कर रहा हूँ ना, मैंने सिर्फ 1.5 साल तक के लिए आंकी करी है, केवल 1.5 से 2 साल के लिए, 2 साल तक। इससे वर्ड्स याद करते हैं। बस सर्च अबाउट इट ऑन इंटरनेट, ओके, ऑन यूट्यूब। कैसे बताऊँ, लाइक check the channel, man. Like, this is Anki, okay? फ्लैश कार्ड्स के बारे में पता है? It's just like that. फ्लैश कार्ड्स। हाँ, इसमें ऐड आ जाओ। कैसे हटाऊँ इसको? मीना मी मामा, like cook का सुकोशिनाओरी माइस्ता। Cook? I think it's cough or something like that. Sick. Shivabuki. Guy. Whatever that was. So you make like kind of cards. वो पता नहीं क्या था, बताऊँ मैं अभी। But it's hard to explain what Anki is. Go search and you'll know what Anki is. And you can watch. What video was that? This video. You can watch this video. Okay. Watch this video. And you can watch this as well. If you'll watch this one, you'll know what you need to start Anki. And yeah, just ask AI and you'll know what Anki is. What's up, Kunal? Meow meow mama me. Next.js notes. The best way to get a grasp of Next.js is to get our hands dirty. Once more, it's the notes app that we are building, and Next.js app is created with create next app tool. Let us now set up our toolbar. हाँ, अभी check करता हूँ again. Thank you. Yeah, it's alright, man. You are subscribed to my channel for this long and you don't know about Anki? Damn. Why? Yo. Yeah, thanks for the 30. Thanks for the fingers. Also, agar, like, you can ask Gemini, or if you are really like how to use Anki. I'll give you the specific link to this video. Okay, actually you can watch this video. Like, I learned about Anki from his channel. I mean, how to download it and all that. This video will have, and then you can watch that video on my channel. Like, जो video है ना मेरे channel पे, वो देख सकते हो तुम. That's it. Really, that's it. I'm worried about JLPT and 3 results. Grammar section 50 हो गया. Damn. सच में नहीं जानता था. ग्रामर का बताऊं तो चिंता करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. अब मैंने तो बुक्स यूज़ भी नहीं करी, तो मुझे तो मैंने तो चिंता नहीं करी. बट ठीक है, मैं क्या ही बता सकता हूँ. npx create next. Okay, let's start our application बनाते हैं हम लोग, है ना. वन पीस में गाना सुन लिया मैंने एक. ऐसे बनाना है. क्रिएट next npx create next app latest, and it's going to be notes.app. हाँ नहीं हो, इसको हटा देता हूँ, एक काम करता हूँ. Oh, Yosha, would you like to use the recommended Next.js defaults? Yes, bro. Yes. We decide to go with recommended default settings. The app directory structure looks like the following. Mama. Oh, बना भी दिया क्या? हो रहा है. Next, React DOM. Hola's there. TypeScript. Okay. Oh, that looks cool. Minami. Atama poka. But tailwind and all that. हो रहा है, ये भी हो रहा है. Okay, this is the thing. There are many familiar things for us search. There are many familiar things for us search. We might guess that next config.ts contains the Next.js configurations. Next.js configurations. We might guess that next.config.ts contains the Next.js configurations. Interestingly, also agents.md and claude.md are generated for coding agents. Agents and Claude. This is not the Next.js, This version has breaking changes. APIs, conventions, and file structure may differ from training data. Oh, agents.amd, whatever. Okay, guys. Successfully created and all that. Atama puka. ये कहाँ जाता है? What's this? Atama puka. How do you run it? Let's see. ठीक है दद्दू जी, मैं सोने जा रहा हूँ. इंस्टा पे आपको परेशान करूँगा उसके लिए सॉरी. इंस्टा पे आई डोंट हैव इंस्टा. बहुत हेडेक हो रहा है. या बाय हैव फन. agents.md app Claude and all that. Next. There are many familiar things for search. We might guess that next.config.ts contains the next.js configurations. Interestingly, also, we might guess that, okay. Interestingly, also agents.md and claude.md are generated for coding agents. The agents.md gives a warning to agents that may rely on older learning data. This is not the Next.js, This version has breaking changes. APIs, conventions, and file structure may all differ from your training data. Read the relevant guide in docs before writing any code. Add description notices. मैंने तो सोचा था अभी आपकी चैनल पे जाके इंस्टा पे फॉलो करूँगा. क्या आप भी ना सच्चा नहीं चलाते हो? Yeah, I don't use Insta. आई हैव लाइक मेरे पास ट्विटर है, एक्स. Go to the channel and you'll bro, हर बार करना पड़ेगा क्या मेरा इसको? Here you see I have X. You can message me on X. That's Twitter, okay? You can message me here. Panama, Panama, Minami. Shut up. The most important directory is, before writing any code, had deprecation notices. Yeah, okay. The most important directory is the app that will contain most of the application code. Most important directory, important, okay? Let us get to the code. We will start with some cleanups. Firstly, change the content of the file layout. Actually, रुको ना यार, क्या है ये? कुछ भी बनाते हैं यार ये लोग. Minami Atama Puka Puka. Can you start it like that? No. Panic. Sorry. Can you start it like that? Oh, you do. You can. Run dev. देव है तो नहीं यहाँ पर. Slow file system detected the benchmark too. अरे हटा ना बकचोदी नहीं. हटा पैर. Sorry. गाली क्यों दे रहा हूँ मैं? Shit. I'm a shit. I'm a shitty guy. Okay. क्या हो रहा है ऐसे? Oh, create next app. Okay. We'll know. क्या चल रहा है, सब कुछ पता चल जाएगा अभी. What's this though? Ataba puka puka. The most important directory is app that will contain most of the application code. Let us get to the code. We will start with some cleanups. Firstly, change the content of the file layout.tsx. Okay. Export default function that children read only. Read only. Next, we will change the content. Page dot. No read only. We are not reading. We are doing it. Okay. We don't need these. Get the hell out of here, boy. English, class name and all that. Ah, these are classes. Ah, not variable. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Okay. I follow कर लिया आपको. Yeah, thanks. You can message me there. Okay. As the body is like body. Body को हटा देता हूँ मैं. Narama pika. You guys can get the hell out of here, okay? We did some body cleanup. Body washing. Oh, mama. What's happening here? Image with a source versal has either with or modified but not. Who cares about that? Yo, yeah. Next we change this. Next we change the content page dot tsx to be the following. Okay. Hello. It's only gonna return hello. That's it. Import image. Div में hello है and कुछ नहीं hello नहीं चाहिए. You want me to Minami. Hello. भाई इंस्टा क्यों नहीं चलाते हो? I don't use Insta man. पहले चलाता था, बंद कर दिया मैंने. Time waste. It's a time waste. Time waste हो रहा है बहुत मेरा. Class and all that. तो background कौन ही background हो, कौन ही खाना है? Background zinc. Oh. Hey. I hate these classes though. How do you make the size big? Medium. Font 40 pixel. I don't know how to do that. Okay, Next.js and all that. Default, it's all there. Now we can start the app. Run. Oh, I already started. Yeah, that hurts. DA आपका एंट्री क्लियर है क्या? या मेरे जनवरी में क्लियर कर लिया था मैंने तो. इस जनवरी में क्लियर हो गया था मेरा N2. We shall make this the home page of our app. So let us put more content on it. We shall make this the home page of our app. So let us put more content on it. Make this. I'ma make it. Okay, आज 2 से कर लेते हैं इसके पापा को. मार रहे. हाँ मामा. Match Notes app and Example F4. What the fuck is that? A. I don't need to. Full stack open. Next.js. ウェブサイトの名前は何ですか？I'm learning what you call that? Next.js. Oh, wait a minute. So it's this. It's this. Courses.mark.fi and all that. We change the content page too. Now we can start the app. We already did. Locale hoste 3000. What up? मेरे से बकलोली नहीं समझे ना गुस्सा. Sorry. मजाक करता हूँ मैं तो. That's a div. One more div and C. What C, man? Full stack open. She. I don't like it, man. Arigato. Okay. Arigato desu ne. Okay. See this. See this ass. Sorry. अरे ये माँ का भाई. ए को ऐसे कर देता हूँ मैं. You don't have to. Okay, I'm gonna include my own channel. Minami Atama poka poka Parara GitHub. Okay. Click it. Boom. Okay, whatever, we don't care about that. Okay, the home page of our app looks like a normal React component. However, it is not in Next.js. However, it is not in Next.js components inside the app directory at React server components. The home page of our app looks like a normal React component. However, it is not. In Next.js, components inside the app directory are React server components by default. React server components, unlike server components, are a new type of component that renders ahead of time before bundling in an environment separate from your client app or SSR server. This separate environment is the server in React server. This separate environment is the server in React server components. Server components can run once at build time on your CL server, client server. Server components can run once at build time on your client server, or they can run for each request using a web server. बड़ा महंगा होता है क्या? Mina. The homepage of our app looks like a normal React component, however, it is not. In Next.js, components inside the app directory are React server components by default. Unlike the traditional React components we have been writing so far, server components are rendered on the server, not in the browser. Let us verify this with the good old that. Okay. Console.log. Me. Oh, what's happening over here? Oh, add tree hydrated. Who cares? I am here. Oh, that shows server. Damn. Okay. I am here. Where are you? Are you under the water? Okay, returning all that. When we navigate to this URL, localhost, the console log output appears in the terminal where the server is running. Me. Where the server is running. Oh! Hello, help, I'm under the water. I wanna add that line too. Console.log. Help. I'm under the water. Here, too much raining. Ooh. I am under the water. Yeah, too much raining. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is it 4 times? What's happening? Okay. Get 200. Server. Console server. Okay. And can we open the network tab as well? Can we see something over here? Mino. तेरा बाप को मत सिखा sorry. What is this? Payload. Mino. String. Chewing gum this name. Okay, yeah, interestingly, in development mode, the output also appears in the browser console. This is a Next.js development feature that helps with debugging. The server forwards console output to the browser DevTools so you can see it in one place. However, this does not mean the component ran in the browser. The component is still executed on the server, and Next.js simply mirrored the console output to the client for convenience. So the Next.js simply mirrored Minami. गान पे लात मारूंगा मैं. Can I kick your ass? Can I kick your ass? Can I kick your ass? I'ma kick your ass. 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 Just matte kada sare. I'ma kick your ass. I'ma kick your ass. I'ma kick your ass. Okay, sorry. 俺は神だ。俺は神だ。Okay. I'ma kick your ass, I'ma kick your ass, I'ma kick your ass. Okay, यार क्या है ये भैंस की टांग इसको बना दूंगा मैं चंग लूंगा. Okay, interestingly in development mode, the output also appears in the browser console. This is a Next.js development feature that helps with debugging. The server forwards console output to the browser DevTools, so you can see it in one place. However, this does not mean the component ran in the browser. No. The component still executed on the server and simply just mirror the console output to the client for convenience. In production, server-side console output stays on the server only, okay? We would like to show the list of nodes in the URL in React. This would be done in done with React Router. In Next.js, things are even simpler thanks to the app router that implements a file system. Oh, implements a file system based routing. Oh, file system based routing where the directories and files inside the directory app. Directory app defines the routing structure of the app. In Next.js, things are even simpler thanks to the app router that implements a file system. File system based routing that implements a file based system routing where the directories and files inside the directory app, where the directories and the files inside the directory app defines the routing structure of the app. Okay, so we already had the file app slash page.tsx. Okay, this is the page, this is the file page.tsx directly under the app directory, directly under your ass, under my ass. Can be like this. Page.tsx. Page tera papa. Meow. Sorry. Compiling. What's compiling? Oh, wow. That looks sexy. That looks sexy. I just wanted to do that. In Next.js. We already had the file app slash page.tsx. That is the file page.tsx directly under the app directory. That is the file page.tsx directly under the app directory. This file defines a React server component defining the content of the route. This file defines the React server component. We already had the file app page.tsx, the file, okay? That is the file page.tsx directly under the app directory. The file defines the React server component. File defines the React server component defining the content of the route. Let us borrow an image from Next.js documentation that depicts this relationship. Minami. We already briefly touched the app layout.tsx. ये क्या है भाई, मेरे को समझ में नहीं आ रहा. What is the role of this file? Nobody can't take his mouse. काम से ज्यादा बकचोदी ज्यादा करता हूँ मैं. ओए बंधु, ए बंधु, अरे ओ बाबू मुशाय. Story. I'm sorry for the hour. I'm sorry for all the troubles. सफर आया था बड़ा, मैं मुसाफिर हूँ सफर का। कितना फ्लोराइड है बे। Can you see it? This is the water that we drink. Bro, पेट में जमता नहीं है ये, और मेरे तो बहुत जमता होगा शायद। पतरी बनने वाली है भाई मेरे। ये पानी पी 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 पी। और ऐसी भयंकर पानी भाई, क्या पानी है। Bro. सफर है आता तेरे लिए जज्बात थे सबसे मुलाकात थी तेरी वफा ने मुझको। Okay, continue. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I said sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. Okay, we already briefly touched the file. We already briefly touched the file app layout.tsx. Export default function root layout. Yeah, what's happening over here? Something is happening, boy. Export default. Let's change it, okay? DDD. Sorry. It looks ugly. Suffer da bada. Ta ta ta. Ba 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 da dee da dee. Emotion body. Ah, now it looks, oh, now it looks so simple. Okay, that is just, what is that? Children and children. Ah, that is just this type of the children. That's the object, and children is a React node. Root layout. Yeah, I actually I get this. I mean, I'm used to this syntax. I don't like the other syntaxes. I like add function so much. I am allowed. Shut up. Okay, sorry. Export default, okay? By the way, I'm not underwater. I am here. Help, I'm in the water. It's too much reading. Ooh. Export default function. Root layout. Children. HTML. Oh, this thing is actually rendering the children. That's the body. Home. Where is this page thing is going? What's happening over here? Oh, okay. Whatever that is. What is the role of this file? The layout is a shared UI. What is the rule of this file? A layout. The layout is a shared UI wrapper that is rendered around every page within its scope. What is the rule of this file? The layout is a shared UI wrapper that is rendered around every page within its scope. So in this case, the root layout wraps the entire application and provides the HTML and body tags. The children props. In this case, the root layout wraps the entire application and provides the HTML and the body tags. The children props receives the content of the current page. The children prop receives the content of the current page. The component exported from the page. So this is the thing. The children is this whole thing. We're exporting this whole component. Okay. So let's again do this again. What is the rule of this file? The layout is a shared UI wrapper that is rendered around every page within its scope. In this case, the root layout wraps the entire application and provides the HTML. Root layout wraps the entire application and provides the HTML and the body tags. The children prop receives the content of the page. The component exported from the page. Okay. Layouts persist across navigation and do not re-render. Got that? Layouts persist across navigations and do not re-render, making them ideal for shared element like navigation bar and footer. The relationship between the layout and the rendered route is illustrated here. Bada boom, Allah. Do not fuff it up. Do not flick it. Do not flick your dick. So the root layout is obviously the relationship between the layout and the rendered route is illustrated. Okay. So the root layout is obviously the right place to implement a navigation. So the root layout is obviously the right place to implement a navigation bar for our application. Let us now do that. Oh, we can do that. Okay. Is the body done to do? Body नाम था दो. Body तेरी body में मारूंगा छाले. तेरे body में बना दूंगा body. तेरी body. तो दादा सा साधक कुछ नहीं आता Atama puka puka. Do I look sexy? Bro, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? ありがとうございます。南のパパパ。बारे परेशान हो गया मैं तो दिल भी बेकरार हो छू जो तुम्हें आऊं मैं तुम्हें तेरी बारी राम दारीラララララララ Next.jsを倒す時が来たぜ。南から北から来た。お前はどこに住みねえな。आज की बात आज की रात होना है क्या पाना है क्या सोना है क्या आना है क्या भाई I look so fucking ugly आज की रात sorry南2番北の島は寒い冷やっこいこいこい頭プルプル青ばっか バカ南の島はあったかいパイナプルプル頭ポカポカアホバカ南のShut up. I cannot stop. I cannot stop my life. Yaar, I'm so distracted, bro. Mina shima wa. Ah. Yeah, sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry about I'm really sorry about that. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. Charanome, Chana Amrit. I'm really sorry. Pa pa pa. I'm really sorry. Pa pa pa. Mima mima. Na na na. Oh, sama. Poka poka. Shuma. Atama baka baka. You know. Honestly, yeah, building software people actually. Ooh. Claude, GPT or jeopardized to me trying to actually work. Which one and why? Oh, guys, very scary. Smooth like butter. Go shades to me. तो रिजाइन कर दे वो के What's happening in this country? Let's see. Ah, fuck it. Minamino. Okay, hi. It's good to know. It's sad, it's sad. What again? I don't know. We shall eventually save the nodes to a database. To prepare for the transition, let us refactor those to the file app services nodes. That's your app services. Huh. What you mean? I create a folder inside app which is called services, and then I put TS. No, it's not TS. Okay. Got it. Services. Okay, that's the name. And then notes.ts. Huh? Const all that, and then let next id is 4. So export const get nodes, return nodes. Okay, go over here. Remove what that. First we're gonna copy here. Yeah. PH. Would you like that? Yeah. Next ID is 4. What you mean by that? Whatever, like let's see what happens. And then const get nodes Okay, get this much, which is not going to be p, of course, and we're gonna export return nodes. Okay. Okay. Next ID is, what you mean by next ID though? Export get nodes. That get nodes gets us the nodes. Okay. Gets us the nodes. What's the function out of function? Okay. Let's see. Export const add node, and this adds the nodes. This thing adds the nodes. Oh, okay. We're gonna have content over here, which is going to be of string type. Okay, but this is TypeScript though. And then we have importanto, which is going to be of a boolean type. That is very simple. What is simple? Short, sweet, sweet like a meat. So now we have nodes, okay, and we are gonna push. We're gonna push some push. Next. Minami. Okay. Next ID that we had, that we were like, we were doing like that. Okay. So now we have it. And then next ID, we're gonna plus it every time, and we're gonna give the content and important to be important. Shut up. Minamino. Can it be? I'm under the not water. Okay, that looks like me. Hi. Hi, Next.js. How about that? Well, I'll get up. What get up is that? What kind of get up is that? You can help my elves. Oops, sorry. Okay, that's nodes. Okay. What's add nodes? We get the content and the important. Is it important or not? And that we get, and then we push it. Okay, that's it. It's just a function that is gonna add the nodes. Get it. The server exports now the function. Minamino. Okay, we are just gonna do that. Okay, you get it. You don't get it, you fuck off. Like, oh, fuck off. Okay, const, we just gonna note it. Okay, we just know get nodes. We just export it, boy. Sorry. Now we have the nodes as a beer. Oh, I like it. Like, damn, looks so cool. Even the arrows look cool in next year. Mina. Oh, I should turn it on. I should. Come on. Oh, ine. Ii desu ne. Shut up. Okay. That looks fine. That looks fine. You cannot stop me from conquering this world. Poka. Actually, we can have this. Okay. We had the layout though, which the whole make things. No things is done. Well, what about how about Laban? How about items? However, I forgot it. Justify center. Justify center. Oh shit. It doesn't do shit. I know what's the problem. It's not this, it's this. Yeah. What's wrong with you? Bitch? Ain't no way. Ah, yeah, hold on, man. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Order. Arabia. Item center. Justify center. What I'm gonna center everything, okay? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Yeah, fuck it. Fuck it. It doesn't work. I do not even. Sometimes I can do tailwind, sometimes I cannot. I don't know. It's not working, but for some reason it's not working. I know. Why is it? Okay. I was doing it right. Okay, I was not doing it wrong. So it was totally fine. I did it all right. But what I did was I commented out the real thing over here, which is why it is not working. This one, this one. Sorry. Maybe it's because of that. Or maybe it's not. Let's give it a border. Border, I don't know. It doesn't work, it doesn't work. Item center. Fuck it, it doesn't work. Okay. It's fine. Yeah. I'm not a designer, okay? I don't know why it's not working. And I don't even want to know. The service export now the function get nodes with the obvious behavior, of course. To anticipate the next feature, we also added the function add node to the service. Okay, yeah. To anticipate the next feature, we also added function add node to the service. In earlier parts of full stack open, we separated backend API calls into service. Yeah, I know that. We separated backend API calls into services directory. Here we follow the same principle. The app services directory holds modules responsible for data access. Right now, get nodes simply returns a hard-coded error. Okay, that nodes, yeah, of course, it's hard-coded error. This. Okay, this. Sorry. Sorry. Here we follow the same principle. The app services directory holds modules responsible for dataxes. Right now, the get new simply returns a hard-coded array, but later we can swap in a database query without. But later we can swap in a database query without touching the page component at all. Oh, okay. Oh, the app nodes page.tsx becomes now like this. I get it. It is worth pausing to reflect on what is happening here. All of our components so far, the home page, the layout, and the notes page are React server components. React server components. The home page, the layout, and the notes page are React server pages. They are rendered entirely on the server. Okay. The browser receives ready-made HTML. No JavaScript for these components is shipped to the client at all. No JavaScript. No. Creating new nodes. Okay. Minami. We're gonna create like that. So nodes. Inside nodes, we're gonna create a new folder, new, and then we're gonna give it a page. That is simple. That is simple. Minami, okay. What is that? No. New page. Page.tsx. Const dot new node. Baka. Okay, this, okay, I click on that. That gives an error. Export default page. Boom. How'd you like that? Okay, now we're gonna have a div like that. Okay, we're gonna create a form which is gonna say create a new node. Okay, and then we're gonna have a form of actual form. We're gonna have action. We don't need that for now. No, we do not need it at all. We are not actually anything. Oh fuck, I need to have a div first. I need to see that. Minamino. Okay, it's gonna have a content, okay? Label and off. And then we can have an input over here. Input text is fine. And name is going to be content. And it is required, okay? We cannot just let it be online. Online all the time. I mean empty. Okay. We can have the same thing like that. We will have a label, no HTML, and like, is it important or not? Oh, is it important? Is it important? Important? It's an input, but it's a type of ass. The checkbox, and we're gonna name it important. And You're not naming it, okay? It says in the name. I'm like, yeah, okay, it's fine. It's fine, PH. Actually, our important looks a bit weird. Looks a bit weird. Weird like an ass. So. Minami. Papa. But that is needed away. Sound effects. And now all we need to give it is a button, submit button, which is going to be, and it is going like create. It's going to be of type submit this line. Submit. Pa. Okay, that is the it's required, bitch. Required. It's important, isn't it? That did nothing though. This console. Boom! I noticed that. I don't know. This thing. Haven't really done anything much. It's just a it's just a page copy, nothing else. Form looks fine, but it does nothing, of course. How should we implement the form submission? In the earlier parts of the full stack open, we would have added an on submit event handler and used state to manage the form fields. That approach requires a client component. Oh, since event handlers and hooks only work on the browser. Event handlers and hooks. Oh, server actions. In the earlier parts of full stack Google, we would have added an on submit event, of course, handler, and used these to manage the form fields. That approach requires a client-side component, but we are using the server-side component. Since event handlers and hooks only work in the browser, event handlers and hooks only work in the browser. However, Next.js offers another option: server actions. Okay, a server action is a function that runs on the server but can be called directly from a form in the browser. A server action is a function that runs on the server but can be called directly from a form in the browser. That is now create directory app actions for server actions. Okay, actions like actions. Okay, and then that is bakwas. Okay, but like a server action is a function that runs on the server but can be called directly from a form in the browser. Let us now create directory app actions for the server actions and the file actions in notes.ts with the same name. Notes.ts for the actions. Contents of the file is following. Okay, use server, whatever, I don't know what that is. Use server. Why? The action creates nodes. Create node tag takes form data as parameter. I get it, man. Fuck off. Const create note. We are gonna. What is erasing? Okay. Form data. First, will let me do this page first. Export we can. Like we can default it, bro. We can default it, bro. Atama poka poka. Farm data, which is going to be of type farm data. What is that? Atama poka poka. Retype. Sorry. In JavaScript, type diagram represents a variable declaration or type notation where a variable named form data is designed to hold an instead of a native browser form data object. Okay. Form data object to. Form data object to. Form data object is a form data object. Okay. How does it look? Form data object is like that, and new baram like that. Stuff like that. What does it do? The form constructor is a constructor. Creates a form data object. Form data object. Well, the form data interface provides a constructor. Puka puka. Puka puka. Puka 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 puka. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. HTML. Only successful form controls are included in form data object. Those with a name and not in a disabled state. You can specify the optional form and submeta arguments when creating the form data object. True, pre-populate it with values for a specific form. Pre-populating it. So pre-populate, I don't know. Huh. That was bakwas, okay. The const content. Content is going to be content. Content for my YouTube channel. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Press the bell icon, and I'll get to your home, and I'm gonna have with you. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna have dinner with you. That's what I said. You dirty people. As string, okay? String. Like I know you're gonna have to tell me anything. What? As string, okay? That's string for sure. We do not include that in like here. It's not more. I don't have to import. Okay, and then important be like, oh, I'm important form data, and then we get the okay, important, okay, important, this important is important. Are you important? You are important. This important. What is that? Well, oh, somewhere here. God gave me power to have children. This. Okay. Yes, that's also it. Boy, that's bullying. Brilliant boy. Oh no. What's happening over here? Conversion, whatever, man. I don't know. I'm just copying it. Important from data that get important and is equal to on. If it's on, we're gonna check that. If the important is on, that is our input field. Is it on? Add nodes. You don't know about it? Yeah. I know. That's the function that we created, okay? Over here inside our services, this is the function that we are gonna export from, import from here. Export from here, import over here. Okay? Damn. Intelligent. Content or important or okay? Oh no. Add nodes, bitch. Oh, that is a beard. Oh, that was add node only, not nodes. Okay, sorry about that. And we're gonna redirect. We can redirect, okay, to the nodes folder. No, like, you know, the link, whatever you say it. God damn, how am I gonna pass interviews like that? Redirect. Though it is... Is it only node? It should be nodes. That is something. Expected 2-3 arguments with car 1. The URL and all that. Wait, it doesn't have any URL, boy. What you doing? I think I imported it's a navigation one. Important, I imported something else. No, it's fine. Oh, you have like different kinds of redirect. Shut up. Oh, next navigation and this one. Okay, I want this one, boy. I don't know about the first one, what it does. Whatever, you can do anything, you can do anything. I don't care about that. Okay. Broccoli. Shut up. Oh, that's a long one. It's long like my long. Oh. It's quite easy though. Not that. Oh. Okay. Actions and all that. Where was I doing? The action create new takes farm data. Look at this. The action create node. Okay, the action create node takes the farm data as parameter and uses the get method. Farm data, that's a object and we're gonna use the get method on it. Actually we have it, okay. Farm data object though, and it has a get method on it that we can get the name. Name is a string representing the name of the key you want to retrieve. So we are retrieving this key. Okay, that's the name and this key that has this, like, you know, the one that matches the name. So this key we're gonna Yeah, we're gonna import retrieve. Okay. Ha. And uses the method get to access the form values. Okay, we get the values of the form, the input values. It then uses the function add node defined in app services nodes.tss. It then uses the function add nodes. Of course it does. Why kitne alarm baag gaye? Kitne alarm paaching. It then uses the, what is it? Shut the matter. Like either null or there's not assignable to the string parameter, so we make it, okay? We know that it is going to be a string, not a null type. So we do that. What you call this? Type version? What you? We call it something. Then you do this. Who cares? The action creates a new stakes forms data as parameters and uses the get method to access the form values here and here. It then uses the function add node defined in the app nodes to save the created. We are saving, okay? To save the created node to the list of nodes. So what it's doing is it's a function. It's a arrow function. It takes two parameters and it just pushes again the data, the object with all these, okay? Yeah, inside this nodes array, and that's it. And finally it calls redirect to navigate the user back to the nodes list, which is like it's gonna navigate us to back to this URL nodes, and we're gonna redirect it to this page. We can do that. The use server directive at the top, okay, there's one at the top of the file marks all exported functions as server actions. This one, okay. This directive at the top, okay. This directive at the top of the file marks all exported functions as all the exported functions as server actions. They are server actions. The server action is passed as the action prop to the form. Sorry. The server action is passed as the action prop to the form. What is that? It doesn't have. It should be here. Okay. To the form, the server action is passed as the action prop. As the action prop to the form. Action prop. Okay. Yeah. Create a note. Root app, then we have actions and then nodes. I think that's fine. You do it like that, I do like that. That's totally fine. I do. I just like a yay. Alright, boy. Alright, boy. Alright, boy. And then we just do action, okay? We do some action and we provided that. Okay. And now, what's happening, boy? Nodes, import add node from services node. Create node. Server action must be async function. It's not an async function. Server actions must be async function. Otherwise, it's not gonna sync. It should be async function, okay? Async. Mina mino pa pa pa. Parapa. Puru puru. Puru puru. It's important, okay? Oh, puru puru is Arab. Ooh, okay. What if I refresh it? Oh yeah, it stays. It's on the server. So. Puka puka. By the way, I said it's important though. Important. It's not strong. Sorry. Okay. The use server directive at the top of the file marks all exported functions as server actions. All exported functions as server actions. So this. The server action is passed at the action prop here and then it doesn't do that. I can do that as well. I'm tired. I started reading. Let's take a break, okay? Let's take a break. क्या करूँ आदत समझ को भाई ये पानी पी के मर जाऊंगा मैं बड़ा गंदा पानी गंदा in the sense it's like it has fluoride in it. Shut up. मैं तुम्हारा हूँ そうだな。 話すと思った。桃がおくよ。うん。 パパーパパラララララララトロロトロロ。छः और आठ 14। What do you mean? Oh, what do you mean? Oh, what do you mean? Yeah. Go sorry. Better make up your mind, what do you mean? Ah, what do you mean? Ah! Okay, it's so easy. Okay. So it's so easy. It's so easy. Hi, when the form is submitted, the browser sends the form data to the server as a post request. As a post request, the server action executes. Okay, as the form is submitted, the browser sends the form data to the server as a post request. The server action executes. And the page is updated, all without writing any client-side JavaScript. Yeah. This means that the form component can remain a server component. Okay, sorry. When the form is submitted, the browser sends the form data to the server as the post request. The server action executes and the page is updated, all without writing any server-side JavaScript. This means the form component can remain a server component. Oh, server component, okay, not client component. But how does this actually work? How? Yeah. Now, when Next.js compiles the application, it detects every function marked with userver and generates a unique HTTP endpoint for each one. The action create node prop does not embed the server function in the client bundle. Okay, sorry. When Next.js compiles the application, it detects every function marked with userver and generates a unique HTTP endpoint for each one. Unique HTTP endpoint for each one. The action create node prop does not embed the action create node prop does not embed the server function in the client bundle. Does not embed the server function. Prop does not embed the server function in the client bundle. The action create node prop does not embed. The action create node prop does not embed the server function in the client bundle. Instead, Next.js replaces the function reference with a hidden identifier pointing to that endpoint. The action create node prop the action create node prop does not embed the server function in the client bundle. Instead, Next.js replaces the function reference. Next.js replaces the function reference with a Next.js replaces the function reference with a hidden identifier pointer to that endpoint. Next.js replaces the function reference with a hidden identifier pointing to that endpoint. When the user submits the form, the browser makes a standard post request to the generated endpoint, sending the form data along with it. Okay. When the user submits the form, the browser makes a standard post request to the generated endpoint, sending the form data along with it. All along. It's not easy. On the server side, Next.js receives the request. And on the server side, the Next.js receives the request, looks up the correct server action by its identifier. Okay. Looks up the correct server action by its identifier and calls it with form data object. Once the action completes, in our case calls redirect, the server sends back a response. Once the action completes, in our case calls redirect, calls redirect, the server sends back a response that tells the client to navigate to new URL. The browser never once the action completes, and okay, on the server side, Next.js receives the request, looking up the correct server action by its identifier and calls it with the form data object. Once the action completes, and in our case calls redirect, okay, the server sends back a response that tells the client to navigate to the new URL. The browser never needs to know anything about add node or the nodes array, as all of that logic stays entirely on the server. Let us have yet another look at the end of server action. Okay, so the command redirect is called to take the user back to the view notes that lists the nodes. The traditional server-side rendered apps would do a post redirect get in this. It's so easy. It's not easy. Post redirect get. Posting it, redirecting it, getting it, but here redirect. The redirect function allows. Oh wow! Even this thing looks so ass. No, not ass. Like wow. Ass means like oh, attractive ass. Which is yeah. It's so easy. Ba 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 ba. It's so easy. Using app router feature available in app. Using page router feature available in pages. Don't hear about that. Found optimization. Metadata. Oh, how about I click that? Learn Next.js. You can learn it like that as well. Introduction to foundations. Like Next.js pages router. Who knows that? Sure, I don't know that. Damn, it looks so cool. It looks so cool. Damn, it looks so cool. Sorry. Okay, start chapter 1 about React and Next.js. Yeah, okay, whatever. I get it. Start chapter 2. UI, okay. User interfaces, DOM, and all that. That's it. Oh, I started chapter 3. Updating JavaScript and all that. That's it. Oh no. There is 4th one as well. I can see that. Like, we have 10 chapters. Getting started with React, building UI components, UI with components, displaying data with props, adding interactivity with state. From React to Next.js, installing Next.js, server-side client, server and client component. Okay, server and client component. That's what we are doing right now. Sorry. By the way, you can suck my okay, sorry. But there is a chapter 11 as well. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, what do you mean? Chapter 11. What about, oh, start the Next.js course. You have completed the course? App router. Oh. Was I reading about the React fundamentals till now? React Foundation. And then the app. This is the actual course, huh? Bro, so, oh, wow. That's a cool one, man. They have a whole course over here. Damn, this course is course. This course is war. CSS styling. App and all that. Who cares about that? Check answer. I ain't checking my answers. I'm not gonna give you any answers. What do you mean? Sorry. Optimizing fonts and emissions, creating layouts between pages, setting up your database, fetching data, static and dynamic rendering, streaming, adding. Oh, wow. I would like that. If I go that and then start chapter 16. What is chapter 16 though? You have completed the course. Have I? Though we have like pages router and SEO. What's it about? Set up a new React app, next app. Okay, sorry. 40, 46, 47. What do you have? Okay, sorry. Next year's build and all that. Bro, you can learn everything. This site is so wow. You don't need courses like that. Any other courses, you can learn everything from it. From the official docs, from the official site. Official. I am in the office, you are in the gutter. Next steps. What's our next steps? Recommend next steps. Recommended. Share. Let us know your level up to your SEO and core web writer knowledge through tutorial. Your feedback. Join the conversation. Gary Mehan and Steve over. Let's start next year's course. App routers. Dashboard and styling optimization and all that. Wow, this is cool. What do you mean? Whoa, what do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, sorry. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, sorry. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Sorry. पागल वागल तो नहीं है, पागल तो नहीं है तू है क्या? पहले पाकिस्तान कहता था, तू कौन है? अब हम कहते हैं हम कौन है?ちょっと待って。ちょっと待って。待ちなさいよ。待ってください。ちょっと待ってください。ちょっと待ちなさい。ちょっと待ちなさい。待ってください。Bro, just do something. Do something instead of wasting your time. What a waste of time you are. Okay, first of all, you go like that. Okay. Arigatou gozaimasu. That's it. Okay. So, on the server side, Next.js receives the request, looks up the correct server action identifier. Here is that, and calls it with the farm data object. Once the action completes, and in our case, it calls redirect. Okay, once the action is complete, in our case, calls the redirect. The server sends back a response. The server sends back a response that tells the client to navigate to URL. I mean, the new URL which you can. The browser never needs to know anything about add node or the nodes array, as all of that logic stays entirely on the server. Let us have yet another look at the end of the server. So the command redirect is called to take the user back to the nodes that lists the nodes. The traditional server-side rendered apps would do a post redirect get. In this case, like the traditional server-side rendered apps, would do a post redirect get. In this case, with the Next.js app, the approach differs a bit. Instead of a browser performing a full redirect and get request, the server responds. What do you mean? Okay, start. I don't know. For some reason, it's keeps getting damn. Must have been in the mind. That is my webcam's mic. And what the heck happened to this thing? I'm not sure, man. I don't have any idea. Why is it? It keeps getting disconnected. Ta, 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 ta. Oh, no. I don't want you to see my day. Wait a minute. It's my webcam, okay? It's my webcam. This mic is not working, so I'm trying to figure out how I can make it work. ちょっと待ってくださいね。I think I'm gonna the stream might end, but I'm gonna take the risk, okay? Yes. Yo, fuck! I don't like it, man. Man, क्या गरीब होना है ना, बड़ा बेकार है भाई गरीब होना.